Not even. All right, there we go. There we go. What up, sack brother? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Dang it. Bam, bam. Oh, what's that? Oh no, both of them. Okay, that works. Oh, cool. That must be an update. All right, let's see. What up, Jizzle? All right, hold on one second. I'm still setting up. I'm slow here. I was trying to automate everything, and new things happened. Okay, there we go. Bang, bang. Richard, what is steel? Where can you find steel from? Steel is a blend. So iron, you can dig iron out of the ground, and steel is usually you add extra. While iron is liquid, you can add carbon to the steel or to the iron, and then you can make steel. So steel is a blend. But hold on one second, I'll show you. And then stainless steel is got chromium and stuff that like goes to the surface that gives it a protective layer. So you just add like molybdenum and chromium and other like 1 to 2% extra additives to the iron. But iron is what you dig out of the ground, and then hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's see if this working still. Yeah, it still works. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Okay, and then let me change this around a little bit. Oops, 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 and then okay. So steel is a primary alloy. So it's an alloy. An alloy is a mixture composed of iron containing carbon from 0.05% to 2.1% by weight, along with manganese and smaller amounts of silicon, chromium, and nickel. It's specialized. So different companies have their own blends, and some companies make are really good at making one type of blends. Some steel, like spring steels, worked with differently, so it springs and bounces back. Some of them will just snap, but it's really strong compressively. What up, Neo? Good. How is it? What ITMA does it have? Also, how do I know if it's steel or other metals? You don't. You can try to tell from color, but that's the thing. It's important. That's why a lot of accidents happen because somebody buys steel and the people say it's this blend, but then they build a whole building out of it and then it collapses because they got scammed. So you need an analyzer in order to find out exactly what it has. Right. Stainless steel isn't as magnetic. I mean, it's magnetic, sure, but you can tell by if you know how great, how strong exactly your magnet is and how magnetized it is, you can tell somewhat different types of steel. Um, but copper, plastic's not magnetic because it's not a metal. It's not a ferrous metal. Copper looks like copper, but steel, yeah. So almost all like look at this. Look at this. So the reason it's so crazy is because most metals are just silver, like silver metals, silver colored metals, silver colored metals. Okay, so precious metal, platinum, palladium, aluminum, stainless steel, nickel. They all have they're all like the same color, you know. So you have to go by its properties. Like if you take a punch, if it's easy to dent and whatnot. Does it have specific resistance, for example? Yes, yeah, absolutely. You can if you measure the resistance. So different metals resistivity, different mes- different metals ohmic resistivity. Okay. So silver, copper, and aluminum have the lower resistance, making them excellent conductors. Nichrome have high ohmic resistivity. Here's the list, basic list. So it tells you how many ohms per meter it is, and that can down. Is it true that Algeria has little and no external debt? Yes, yeah. Algeria is doing very good, right? Because they don't do a lot of outside borrowing. They make a lot of their own stuff. Like, so America doesn't make anything, so it's got to buy things from other countries, and things that we don't dig out of the ground in America we have to buy from other countries and whatnot. So we have to borrow, but most companies borrow a lot. But let's see, countries listed according to their debt. Okay. So United States, China, and Japan hold the highest debt. Sudan, Singapore lead debt to GDP ratio. So Japan, Sudan, and Singapore, they have more debt than money they make, basically more than what they sell. All right. Let's see where Albania is. Albania's public debt to ratio has fallen to approximately 50. So it used to have 70% during the pandemic. So now it's down to 53. So it is stabilized because they continued to grow economically. They make a lot of money there. You heard about the donut? Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Of course I have. Of course I have. It's been in production for a while. Yeah, this is what I was trying to tell you to look at. Solid state batteries that have don't know motion, have that they don't have spinning things and whatnot. Solid state, so nothing motion motive. Hello, in your country is Panda? No, it's we can't even import Panda. Panda's an endangered, so it shouldn't be legal anywhere in any countries that says um, anywhere. Is not recognized as a food source. Giant pandas are strictly protected endangered national treasure in China, making their hunting illegal and subject to penalties. While they're technically part of the carnivoria order, pandas subsist on 99.9% bamboo, making their meat uncharacteristic for other bear species. Killing a giant panda will massive fines or decades in prison, potential life imprisonment for poaching. What's up, Flash Fuse? Dietary impact on taste. 99% of their bamboo. It's unlikely to taste like traditional bear meat, which is fatty and dark. But yeah, you can't get it here. I see potential on magnets and PMHs, but at the same time, I can't say concrete about your chemical exploits. And listen, there's a lot of things like if you can create a foundry, a way to melt metals, especially a very good foundry that can melt iron, which is the most difficult. Well, I mean, titanium and whatnot's more, but I'm talking about for standard metals. You can play around with stuff like that. Like, you can find things that are chrome, like you can get chrome samples and whatnot. And like when they have a big ass batch of iron and they want to make stainless steel, they chuck in like a chunk this big of chromium, for like a couple of tons. It only needs like 1% by weight, or 2%, depends, or less than that. So for the past 200 years, people have been melting iron down and adding it and then testing it and seeing if it can weld and seeing what its properties are, and people have been doing that for hundreds of years. And that's how you come up with new alloys, like stainless steel and aluminum alloys. Like, most aluminum you get isn't just aluminum; it'll have like a number next to it representing what it consists of. In Iran, piracy is illegal since it doesn't have copyright relations. In Iran, piracy is legal since it doesn't have, so it might not be legal. Like, there may not be laws saying it's okay, but it may not be illegal, which just means it's a gray zone. So there's a distinction. Legal means that there's a legal precedent for it. If it's just not illegal, like doing a cartwheel isn't illegal, but it's not necessarily legal, the definition, right? But not illegal is what you mean. Right, because there's no way. Listen, even if there's laws from like other countries, like America says you can't do this. In Iran, if you can do that, because America can't work with the legal system in Iran, to American companies can't go after people in Iran saying you pirated something, right? Sorry, it's not legal. Iran didn't pass a law saying you cannot be prosecuted for this. but they also didn't pass one that says you can't. What disqualifies you from becoming a U.S. citizen? Um, there's a lot of things that can disqualify you if you want to hurt America financially, religiously, or people in America. Like if you're not coming to benefit is a big thing. Lots of things you say online, and this have always have been this way, but it just hasn't been enforced. This goes back to the legality thing. If you don't enforce your laws, something might be illegal. Like, but if you don't, if the law enforcement arm doesn't arrest you for it or charge you for it, it's still illegal on the books. Like that's why people have a problem with illegal immigration, right? People came in, it was illegal to do so. It's illegal to cross the border, but they just weren't prosecuting anybody. Transformers got black ferrite and white cores. What is the white cores made of? It's probably an oxide layer, and each transformer company will have their own recipes to make the transformer have more or less permissivity. Well, not part of the International Copyright Administration. Right. No problem, brother. No problem. You all good. No problem. No problem. So, if you want to find out what can possibly stop you, Jay, you can actually go to the immigration website, and it'll tell you what can keep me from becoming a citizen of any country. Every country has a list of what they will and won't allow. America just started ignoring that for like the past 30 years. Chocolate is good for you. What up, frickin' ND, brother? What's going on? Anime since 2004. Nothing. Well, we're not doing too much. We're about to watch some funny videos. If you stripped away fear, guilt, and expectation, what direction would you naturally move in? If you stripped away fear, you would naturally go for what's best for the people and to look why you're here, rather than being scared into why. Yeah, fear. People would naturally push for the best of, and well, this is the difference between good and evil, right? Evil people naturally go for the destruction, and good people go for the growth of humanity. Are we eating chocolate? Oh, we're eating chocolate. That's what we're doing. Well, do you know Meet the Robinsons? Yeah. What up? That's right, brother. Born to stream. I've been freaking doing it good for about a year now, like almost. I think I only missed like a couple of days. Well, last year I missed about 2 months. Like I missed I didn't go solid for 2 months, but yeah, ever since then I've been going like multiple times a day typically. I think it's there are a lot of things in your mind. I think there is a lot of things. Yes, a lot. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm trying to learn everything about everything. Why not? Why not? I think so many people had such bad times in like like elementary, junior high, high school, and college that when they get their degree or when they stop, they figure they're done learning, and that's when I got started learning. Anyway, let's see. I think I found steel. A house construction uses steel. True. Yes, yeah. They'll use steel, and they'll use a bunch of different types of steel, right? But that's steel. If it's magnetic, it's some sort of iron or ferrous. If it rusts, it can be steel. And then if it doesn't rust, it could be stainless steel or it could be aluminum, you know. But yeah, the way you can tell if it's aluminum is a magnet won't stick to it. If a magnet sticks to it, it's steel. Yeah, one of the blends of steel. We are born to die. Yeah. It's no chasing perfection. Not bad. You're doing great. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. All right, let's dude. I tell you what, I've been really enjoying these these. Well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Anime. If a close friend felt this way, what would you say to them? There you go. Yes and no. What up, Rashad, brother? What up, my friend? All right, let me get this going here. Bam. Let's see. What if robots took over the world? Who's that? I thought it was you, Andy. I forgot to save it. Let's do it this way. Sorry. Um, I'm not cool. You're using the double negatives. He's cool. Socrates, if streaming is your power, what would you be without it? If streaming is your power, I would probably, if I wasn't a streamer, I'd probably be a teacher. Yeah, probably, why not? But I try to do something like how I would try to do it on a much broader level. Like I would like you know how like you get some like mega churches that have like thousands of people. I would try to do it more like that rather than just like 30 students at a time. I would come up with my own curriculum and I would come up with an alternative education system. That's actually what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to come up with an alternative education system because so many people are all wackadoodle. Hey, thank you, haven't bought. It kind of rusts. Magnets attract to it, but it shield this magnet plus transformer core material. Transformer cores are typically steel and paper. If they have paper cores or even plastic, so that they don't short out to each other. But you can put if you just layer a bunch of them, it's usually what's called laminated steel cores, laminated iron cores. The deepest level, do you believe we are allowed to exist freely without earning? And if not, why? No. I think there needs to be some sort of. Hold on. What do you mean? As a people, or like as humanity without earning, or as a person? At the deepest level, do you believe you are allowed to exist freely without earning it? Oh no. You got to earn it. You got to earn it. You have to earn it. And even like respect, you hear people that don't deserve respect saying everyone deserves respect. Everyone deserves human respect, but not individual. They don't deserve respect in business, and it could be liars and deceivers, right? So they don't deserve that. Yeah. So now you need to work for it. So yes, so a cult, right? So a cult. Yeah, but I wouldn't create my own knowledge. I would just I would change the education process. I would teach people how to learn, and not just what to learn, not just like, hey, because so like especially in schools, old science that's already been corrected. So I would use technology just like I'm doing right here. So if somebody wants to learn about science, and you're like, okay, let's start a school. What science books are we going to use? We're going to find a science book that was published 20 years ago, and it's got freaking half the things in there have already been updated or changed or proven wrong, or added to. So I would continually adjust the education daily. Um, yeah. Socrates, if teaching is your power, who would you be without it? I'd be a son of the Creator. Okay, let's see. Hold on, let me get this. Other question: if you watch Colin, yeah. He's great. He's great. Yeah. He's really he does a lot of really cool stuff. And oddly, I think if I would have started YouTube about when he would have started YouTube, I would have followed not the same popularity path, but the same path. Like if I had the money to do the experiments and stuff that he does, and maybe I will when the financial implications or when I have the finances to do so. I would love to do a lot of material science type stuff. I would love to come up with new ideas for existing technology. Osho tried it once, but yeah, well, no, that's not what I'm talking about, Harshad. I'm not talking about to try to convince people that I'm something that I'm not. I would try to. I would try to. The problem with education is it became too much of a business. So how many people can you get through the door to pay for their education? So what's the cheapest we can get the education materials to teach them so we make the most profit. Like that's where things started to go out the window. And then what can we teach them to make us the most profit after they leave school? Like that's what things have become. Hey, I'm close to the money to buy the camera. All right, brother, you're gonna get there, and brothers, keep on going, keep chipping away at it, Farm Life. The 360 weatherproof. Yep, that's a nice camera. All right, let's find what I was looking for. Okay, playlist. Oh, it's not the right one. I don't think. Hold on. I created a new one. Maybe it was this. I could have sworn. Like this stuff I love so much. Here, where's it at? Dude. Okay, so, yeah, no, yeah, that's a decent camera. Jesus freaking John. Hi man, what's up? We're discussing today. What up, Corel? We're going to it's gonna be open topic, and but we're gonna watch some fail total idiots at work, instant regret stuff while people ask questions, and we'll talk about open topic. I was done working for the day, working around the property, and I figured I just this is what I do. Like I don't have a topic typically. I just start streaming and let it happen organically. What I do? There we go. All right, let me make sure you guys can hear everything. La 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 la. I can turn this up a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, let's see.
Hello, everyone. Get set for some outrageous job site disasters that prove truth is stranger than fiction.
He's making a joke. You shouldn't even understand what that is yet in life, Farm Life. Stay away. John, stop leading them to the dark side. Shoot, I laughed my butt off for this stuff. Dude, I do too. Listen, I've been getting so much of a kick out of this stuff. It's great. And the interesting thing is we can use it as a teaching tool. When people mess up, there's usually a reason. It's not usually an accident. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't mean for it to happen. So for them, it's an accident, but we can usually see why it happened and how to avoid it. Yeah, I love this stuff. It's love it. I love it.
Seriously, doesn't this sound exactly like your last workday? Let's get started.
Total idiot. I think we did watch this one. Let's see. Yeah, we did watch this one. Oh, sorry. That guy would have snapped his leg.
Bro, make that make sense, please.
All right, hold on. Yeah, we watched this one last night. All right, hold on. I'll find another one. Okay, there we go.
Hello, everyone. Today's lineup is stacked with bad decisions and even worse timing.
Right.
Ladders.
Bad decisions. That's a big one. This is what happens when you totally resize. Yeah. Brother Sack, listen, it's very, very complicated. You can't expect to know all of this stuff. This is a big problem with people that learn from the internet. Like you see people do stuff and we don't understand that they've got 10 years of experience in education before they start doing these experiments with all kinds of stuff. This is why they came to do the experiment. And there's a lot of stuff. Things are very complex, and yeah, but you'll get there. That's the thing. You can't, your expectations, you can't expect to just dig a hole in your front yard and hit gold, because it's when they built your community, any gold that was there, if they found it, there wouldn't be a community there. It would be completely, and so like you have to understand how it works, and getting into it as young as you can, you'll start to learn, and asking questions like you're doing. It's a good thing. The stuff I've seen in my work say, I wish I had a camera to capture the moments. Now, yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. It's going to get irritating, but that's the feeling of irritation is often what growth feels like. You're understanding, and then then you have to take a break, take a deep breath, do something for another couple minutes, come back to it. Like you learn how to deal with the stresses of it. Because every time you open a new door of knowledge, there's 1,000 new doors in front of you. And you're like, oh, now I got to figure out where all these doors go and how they affect the door that I just opened. The way we learn, the more we learn, the more we grow. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. You can see the people on Altline that are like the stuff they say is so ignorant, but they have so much faith in their ignorance. They have so much faith that the science that they think they know is correct, but they got no idea why. They have no idea. Somebody said, oh, look, if you do this, blah, blah, blah. But they don't know why. They don't know like down to granularly why. You can find a cheap way to do electrolysis. You can get gold out of ocean water. Right. Absolutely. Not just gold, lithium, a lot of things. Water is one of the most what's the strongest solvent on earth. It dissolves more things, the total number of things it can dissolve is more than acids by themselves or bases by themselves. So and like it dissolves rock, for instance, and that's how you get nutrients, minerals into the water. So when you drink water, your body gets it. So so the ocean is a conglomeration or a compound that contains everything that's been dissolved, which it can dissolve everything. It just takes a long time. Yeah. Need to go. Thanks for beautiful. Hey, no brother. Phil First Army. Hey, brother. Welcome back next time. Born to stream. So proof there's gold. Yeah, right. Yes. No, there is gold. Right. But what it comes down to, like you were saying, Corel, is efficiency. How much so if you get $3 worth of gold out of the ocean water, but you spend $1,000 in energy costs, it's not efficient. Yes, you can do it. It is possible, but it's not. It doesn't make sense to efficiency wise, because you might, if it cost you $1,000 to get $3 worth of gold, you might as well just buy the gold for $1,000 and then wait for the gold to go up in price. Yeah, so it's efficiency. Efficiency is if things are worth doing.
Swabble, plans collapse, and pride takes the biggest hit. Let's dive in.
Yeah, life can change in a second. Yep, there you go, brother. Uh-oh. This dude's in. This is efficiency.
Maybe. Okay, you're done. You're done. Goodbye.
With them boobies.
Imagine hitting a speed bump on this road.
We lost the camera footage. Oh, smacked herself in the face.
Yeah.
No. Yeah,
And
that's a
Mexico
rough
just
day.
caught another idiot on camera.
This is crazy. Why is it gonna be? The car just got crushed by a right. It ran into the pole first. I don't get
And
the difference
Mexico
between
just
steel.
caught another
I
idiot.
don't get what the difference between a steel and a transformer white colored material. So the companies that make transformers will find different additives. So depending on how you want the transformer, the efficiency of the transformer and how you want it to perform. So if you're doing something, you have a goal you want accomplished in your circuit, and if the transformer you make does something too, like there's too much going on, you can dial down by like adding in the layers of steel or iron core. You can put separate, you can put paper or plastic layers in between in order to lower how much power goes through it, to use it to make it weaker. They don't always want it to be super, because then if a spike, a voltage spike happens, then that can destroy downrange. So it can be different things. Sometimes it's tape, sometimes it's paper, sometimes it's plastic. So different companies come up with different ways of doing things to solve a problem. You have to know what problem you want to solve, why the circuit is being built in the first place, and then the best transformer to solve that part of the goal in the circuit. So it's not just all transformers, it's a particular transformer. You have to know what you want done and then build the circuit to do that. You need the problem to solve first. Monday morning is when I'm in a rush and late to work. Yeah. What up, Jonas? Trump to ATO right now. If you don't help me, there will be to NATO. I was about to say, what that was right to NATO right now. Bill Nye, what up, Rock? It scares me that I can't tell if he's just a conspiracy theorist or understands electricity. No, I understand electricity. I've got a hot air rework station right next to me. I've got circuit boards I repair on the regular. These are for Bitcoin miners. Yeah. Conspiracy there. That's funny though, brother. No, yeah, I got it. I also remember that power spikes also. The frequency can work on 50 or 60 hertz. Right. So you have a problem you want to solve. You want this circuit that solves this problem to work for a worldwide audience. So it's got to work at 100 volts to 110 volts to 220 240 volts. So the permissivity of the core and the financial efficiency, right? Like you want to be able to put the least amount of expensive material into your transformer as possible, because you don't want to put $1,000 transformer in a dollar store toy, right? So all of that stuff goes into. Hey, there you go. So you get paid to read comments. Yeah. Yes, Omar. Yes. Have you done? I answer questions is why I got as 2,000 subscribers and a lot of people over try. Have you ever try not to laugh challenges? I can't do it. I laugh all the time, Jonas. I laugh all the time. I would lose instantly. Hey, if I've always had trouble with soldering, do you think a hot air system could take place of my soldering iron as well? Hot air is good. It's very easy. If you've had problem with soldering, the biggest issue, if you're talking about like the solder isn't working the way it should, it can be either the wrong solder or not enough flux. Use a lot of flux. You can clean it off afterwards. But if the solder's not flowing the way you want it to, it's because it's oxidized. Flux is an acid, so it dissolves the oxide layer off the solder so that it can, and the soldering pads and the legs to your component. That's usually, so you put flux on, and a lot of us, when we learn we use flux core solder, but it's not typically enough, especially if you're using older stuff. Like if you're ripping apart a television from the 90s, that stuff's going to be waste. So you want not like a good flux pen or a bunch of flux to dissolve the oxide layer off, and then the steel. So you, that regardless how you get the part hot, if it's air or if it's a soldering iron, it's not going to work if you don't have enough flux. Flux. It's all about watt time. That's right. Or the wrong flux. Yep. So you get 2 to 3 types. Yeah, right. Yeah, you need the right tool for the job. So if you're using lead solder, specifically use a different type of flux. If you're using lead-free solder, you use a different type of flux. But you get one that you're good with for standard component-based electronics. And yeah. We'll go. Okay, sorry about that. All right, we'll go.
Idiot on camera.
There you go. Ain't that the truth? You bring some liquor and all the girls show up.
For them, work is less a job, it's more like a sitcom with no laugh track.
Center of gravity. The ATV guys. Some people can't see the future. Some people can't see the future even a few seconds ahead. Like, there is a tide. You know the water's going to come up to that point. The guy on the bike, sorry, the boss, the river ate the bike. It happens a lot in these things. How did the tractor flip? So he pulled a load off of the truck, and he had it way too high in the air. So the center of gravity changed beyond. So don't. And dude, you see it happen all the time with these people. Like if you're trying to get something off of a truck, lift it 1 to 2 inches off of the truck bed, and then move it out of the way, and then get it as close to the ground as you can. He lifted it like 10 feet in the air. There was no need to do that. There was no need for it to have been that high in the air. Yeah. Let's say gravity don't like the tractor. There you go. He didn't even want to try to land that.
When the regret
He wasn't paying attention. Wait a minute, am I right? On their phone.
And that's where his trust in GPS officially ends.
Yeah, dude. And then he took off, drunk. Yes.
Oh, boludo, voy a abrir la puerta. No sé, se saben que, que esto es un Lamborghini. ¿Ves?
Lamborghini.
Este es el nuevo Lamborghini que salió a la vez.
I can't play copyrighted music, friends. Sorry, wrong house. I thought this is where the party was.
They often said that successful people always have their own path.
He left his car in the middle of the road. Why would you not use the open gate? Oh, that's why. Okay, you can see why right here. There were girls there. He was trying to act cool. There's girls right down here at the bottom. So instead of him just going right through the open gate, he was like, let's step over the fence. Yeah, right. He embarrassed himself. What did he try to do? Jump over it? Yeah, he's trying to jump over it and he missed completely. Look what I can do.
They don't make warnings without people like this guy.
This guy, it's probably 4:45 on a Friday. He gets off in 15 minutes and he's rushing to get done. And there goes the power.
Hey, what happened?
thought that was a good idea. He's so lucky. He is so
good luck.
lucky that didn't fall on him. That was all those glass bottles of freaking of soda. Like, this is when you're not paying attention.
Well, good luck explaining that to the boss, pal.
So he overloaded the ramp. People these days, I tell you. There it goes. She's trying to pluck her nose hairs.
Uh-oh.
How you gonna get that out?
That's a really big
You're not supposed to use Q-tips. They usually use wooden skewers with hot wax on the end. She used Q-tips and hot wax, so the cotton just fell. Yeah, wax. But usually, if you see that done, like the way people do it at the groomers or at the waxers, like not at home, they take like chopsticks almost like things, and then they put a glob of hot wax on the end. It goes up your nose, and the wax cools, which then bonds it to the hairs and to the sticks so that you can pull them out. But she used Q-tips, so it was bonded to the cotton, not to the shaft of the Q-tip. Yeah, dumb ways to die. That's a big F&O no. Yeah, that's going to not be easy to get out. How are you going to get that out? Piece by piece for the next freaking hour, and then how much is still going to be stuck up there? Yeah, that's done. They pull the wax from the wax. Yeah, they scream from the wax, pulling the wax strips. Yes, exactly, yes.
Rookie phase, where the seniors test everything on you.
They're gonna cut it. I knew it. That happens so often in construction industry. I worked in the movie industry for 15 years as a prop maker, so we had to build everything. Yeah, and if we had to build new buildings and whatnot and anything, but this is something happens. If you tell somebody to do this, like, I bet you can't hold it over your head, weakling, and then they do it, and yeah. She doesn't even know who did it.
Enjoying so far? Smash that thumbs up, folks, and
Smash
subscribe
that thumbs
if you
up.
haven't.
Let not the cake in the face. Yeah. Showing off for the girls. Looking at the girls, not where he's going. Dude, right there. Oof.
Interestingly, to stop the forest fire, they're actually using a controlled fire to draw a line that prevents.
See how it's blue? That's like an alcohol. It's a gelled alcohol. That's why it's blue and on the way out, and that way it sticks to just where you want it to go. I found that steel is not the special of the others. It's about the density. Right. It's right. There's not just one thing called steel. Steel is just the name for an alloy, which means something added, carbon and stuff added to iron, right? Iron is the base. 90+% of it's going to be iron. That's the element on the periodic table. Steel isn't an element of the periodic table. Iron is. So you add elements from the periodic table to make a product, to make an alloy. The alloy is like a brand name almost. My cat's name is Mittens. My cat's name is Leben.
Spreading to a larger area, although it's best not to have a forest fire in the first place.
Controlled burns. Oh no. Noise. They use alcohol, liquid, or something. Yeah. So you do what's called a controlled burn, so you can be the one to light and put out the fire. Right? Not nature. A lightning strike happens and hits some brush, and if there's brush all over the place, it hasn't been cleaned up for years. California. Then it causes a huge wildfire that's very, very difficult to put out. But if you light it, you know. Right, yeah, right. And so when you do a controlled burn, you put all that. When are we going to do the controlled burn? Where are we going to blow? Where are we going to burn? Where's the wind going at the expected time? Yep. Oh, jeez.
I imagine that's how every Karen would show up on Black Friday.
A bull in a china shop. That's crazy. What up, freak out? Whatever there's 4 Irishmen, you'll usually find a 5th. Dan, 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 dan. That's a good joke. I've never heard that before.
Whoa, are you sure you can see in that thing, Barbie?
Fake lips, fake eyelashes, fake boobs.
Nope.
But I got this thing tame.
Oh.
Who said being a farmer is easy?
Run.
When we think of Spanish
I don't
culture,
know, dude.
it's hard to miss one of its
Thank you,
biggest
Alice. How are you?
traditions, the running of the bulls.
Look how powerful this bull is. Lifting the car up and just moving it. The wheels aren't spinning at all before the bull hits him. That's a close call. Good idea. Snap. Oh, dude, that's a neck pain right there. Bull is no joke. No,
The
right?
kind of
No,
boat
there's
ride that gets you more than you paid for.
That's awesome. I'm gonna poop on him. I'm waiting for the poop. Oh, it didn't happen. Yeah, that's cool. Women. There you go. Let me help you out. Oops.
Things always have a way of getting worse.
There it goes. At least it didn't keep going. Yes. I prefer cat videos. I'm sure you do. What's going on, Tismo?
Someone's getting a timeout at work today, and it's not looking pretty.
The tractor stood up like the movie. Yeah, it happens. That's where the movies get the idea from.
Hey guys.
Listen, okay, all right. So he's above the steps. Why do you think that's a good idea? If you do fall, you're falling farther than where your tires are. You're going 4 or 5 feet extra down the steps. Why did he think that was a good idea to do that there? Like, what is going on here?
Who made the mistake here? Comment your thoughts.
The guy behind him, obviously, the guy that hit him. Yeah. Vice. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's what they are. They're called. What are they called? They're not. His might have a dino on it, but they're called in place trainers or something. It's just they're just pulleys, wheels, so that you can stay still. You don't have to run all over the city, but you can put dynos on and let you know how much energy you're using. To keep inventory, lost, broken, lost all my stuff. I don't want to hear it, Sandbag. The goddamn stuff looked like I agree. He tied dino pulls in his bike collabs doing it. He tried it. He worked it, tried it.
Hey, Batman.
Whoops, that karma hit different.
What do you think about the nature of giving kids phones Snapchat? Horrible idea. Absolutely horrible idea. Kids haven't even learned who they are around humans yet, and they start using social media, and they start being deceptive, and they start acting. They play different roles because they don't get any likes or whatever, and then they play a role and they get a lot more likes for it. So then that's who they turn themselves into, because they haven't even grown up yet. They haven't even matured yet to find out what they are, what they actually like in life and whatnot. And then they say, hey, I'm this today, and they get traction. So then they're like, oh, I'm gonna keep being that. And then they become adults and they're like, I don't even know who I am. Right, because you didn't mature enough yet to understand that you're playing parts. And then they start freaking piercing and tattooing and going all kinds of things that they wouldn't have normally done. But people chase popularity on the internet, which they don't understand. They do not understand the implications. Yeah, it's really, really bad. It's really bad. Yeah, like it would be better. It would be okay if we taught kids in school like what they're actually doing, how it's not actually them that they're acting like on the internet. They're coming up with characters, and then the character that gets the most popularity is who they turn their life into. But they didn't get that. They didn't grow into that because it's their own actual interests and beliefs. It's what other people attached onto. So they're just, yeah, it's not good. There's not enough knowledge around it.
What has been your favorite moment? Drop their timestamp. Also, please subscribe because we are so close to 2,000 subs. And we just want to thank everyone who has been with us since day one.
This is awesome real. Awesome real.
He was more worried about getting the shot than his own safety.
It's called motion. Some of y'all simply would never be able to fathom getting this many stacks, man.
What are you doing, dude?
Must be Moses driving that car.
Oh, well done. You hit a tree. Oh, I thought you hit a tree on the other side. Is that hail? Or is that just rain? I can't tell. Yeah, that's not gonna work anymore. Oh, you're done. You're done.
I feel like this is every vegan's nightmare.
Right. Yep. Uh-oh. She's so lucky to get that.
Some think they're just for photos, but these guards are always ready.
She's like, I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. The guy with the gun. People are freaking so dense.
Practice
Nice.
makes perfect.
Nice. That's freaking nice. Nice shot. Gonna hit him. What's going on, Adam, brother? When the going gets tough, the weaker get going.
Yikes.
Get weaker.
He's definitely feeling that
you're
one.
freaking. How you doing, Adam? Bud? You had a nice car.
You're now seeing
Yeah,
what gender
dude.
equality
Broken freaking
actually
nose,
looks
probably.
like. You can do it. I can do it too.
She found a boyfriend. Doing alright. Did an iodine test tomorrow.
This is
Vanished under
definitely
3
a
hours.
Tarantino movie if he ever made one about billiards.
You think you might be a little low? Three hours.
just
That
hate
seems
it
like a
when
lot. I
this
guess that you,
happens.
you did one drop. Yeah, it sounds like it. You'll get better.
For them,
You'll
one
fix it,
nut
brother.
is never enough.
Going for the face.
You're actually pretty good. Hey, calm down. Calm down.
Calm down. You ain't calming down.
Ow. Yeah, how'd that feel? Ow. 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 Okay.
Uh-oh. Where's that food at? Think about how many people.
That's right. You're so strong.
You're so strong. Think about how many.
Nature
Think about how many people wander into traffic just looking into their phones. So looking into their phones, wander right in front of traffic.
always brings the most spectacular scenes.
Mega chip.
Y'all know I love this creamer. We're gonna try her out.
Oops, that's a full-on regret face right there.
Trip. That had to hurt so bad. Super flexing his back like that.
They
They ain't
know
been
how
in
to
yet.
kill time, huh?
Dude, last night they were here till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I did like an 8-hour stream last night. Let's see. Let's check real quick. Let's check real quick. Let me see what it was. It was 7 hours and 51 minutes yesterday. 7 hours and 51 minutes. Oh, no, that was just one stream. I did a 2 hour and 30-minute stream before that, and an hour and 45-minute stream before that. Look at that. 7:51, 2:30, and 1:41. That's freaking, yeah. That was a lot yesterday. Oops, that's me. They're probably still sleeping.
No.
Not gonna do anything. steep. I thought she was gonna drop it.
Watching this just made me appreciate Colonel Sanders more than ever.
He's gonna get attacked by the chickens. No, that's the rooster. That's the rooster right there.
Ow, ow. Hey, fight rooster. Fight rooster, man. Hey, for real, fight rooster.
Flying rooster. Hectic, I've been there, but if the time difference... Oh, hold on, what just happened there? I haven't been there, but the time difference between you and I was about till 3 a.m. I understood. No, I understand, brother. Hey, no problem. Hey, I understand. No, it was until like 3 a.m. my time, which would have been like 8 a.m. or 1 p.m. your time. Well, yeah, no, it's fine. It was just, everything was going good. We just kept on going. Hold on, what did I miss? What did I miss here? Oh, kick the lights.
You would be amazed to realize how many people still have a driving license with skills like this.
Not think they're in forward or think they're in reverse.
Seat always takes off his shirt.
Whoever typed first. There you go. Adam wants your ender chest. I don't intend on using it. I don't want anyone else to have it. Hey, what's up, Katra? Restaurant decided to surprise me with the last shift today. There you go. Be sure to eat some of those customers' fries. As protest.
They fit each other.
Hey, bro, you got the time?
Good luck explaining whatever this is to your boss for
I
being
guess
late
I'll take
for
the
work.
extra money.
What would you do in this situation?
I thought the last day was the other day. I eat the chips in the back all the time. Probably everyone does, be fair. I'll probably ask the chef to grill me some fish or something because they give me shit all the time. That's probably why the restaurant's closing. Just kidding. Your dad forgets not everybody is bald.
God is crazy.
I missed the other chef. I didn't know he left before it. I know it was good.
He's definitely
You'll
not
run
gonna
into
wear
him at
those
some other
pants
point.
again.
At the Taj Mahal? Yeah, Saturday is supposed to be my last day, so I'm just surprised. At least there's that last minute shifts you're doing takers. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh yeah, not if it moves, that's true.
The new guy's first lesson. Gravity waits for no one.
Yeah, look into the wave. She's coming for you.
Get out. I feel like someone
You're gonna be doing that a while.
Looks like they're gonna have all meals in the day there.
I agree.
That's the first one I dropped.
They used to have more locations and been shut down one by one. This one's been going for a long time though. Like a foot traffic. Yeah,
Didn't
yeah,
see
that,
that
that's
coming
tough too. Listen, a lot of people, Gen Z's not drinking. They're talking about like a lot of Gen Z, like when I was 21 to 35, everybody went to the bar all the time. When COVID happened, a lot of people couldn't. The bars were closed and whatnot, so people figured out how to have fun on their own without spending money on a bar, and it never recovered quite the same. And so like now Gen Z's not drinking. A lot of them are smoking and edibles and stuff, but yeah, they're not spending money, so people aren't going out to the restaurants as much anymore. COVID really did a number on people's entertainment choices, because remember, you got bastardized by society if you went out to eat. You're trying to kill your grandparents if you go out to eat, and so it's like people are just like, okay, I'm not going to do it anymore. And then there's people are so hateful now for other things. You misgender somebody or whatever, you get screamed at in public and ostracized online. People aren't doing it anymore. That's bad. A lot of people come in for the bar. Yep. All right, Catra. What up, Monk? It's good. Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's good too. Your neighbor's gonna be pissed. Have you hit your own house? How about the brakes, dude? What are you doing? Drinking. I agree, Monk. Yeah, and I think for the past like 40 years, people didn't understand it. Like everything, the hoe culture, the I don't need no man, I don't need no woman culture, like especially that in the past 4 years. Like that, like there used to be go out, guys would go out, buy girls drinks, yada yada yada, but now the women are like, screw you, we don't need you, at least publicly. So like, who's like, why am I gonna go to the bar to hang out with women that just wouldn't have robbed me, So it's like that's really destroyed a lot, and they blame Biden, they blame Trump, but it ain't got nothing to do with either one. It's got to do with people get tired of it, and then think about how expensive it is. It's so expensive to go out to the bar for what? A hangover? For not being able to perform at work the next day as well? It's just like it doesn't have. People are starting to understand investing in themselves, and there's no return on investment if you're just going to get drunk on a Wednesday, right? And then the legal implications, DUIs and whatnot, fights, wackadoodle people. Yeah, so it's not, there's no positive benefit out of it anymore, unless you're rich or a business owner and you're going to have a few drinks for while at a business meeting to network, to expand your business. But just going out to get drunk because it's Wednesday just doesn't make sense to anybody anymore. Is what true? Fireball that exploded with Sonic Boom over Ohio today. I haven't heard about it yet, brother. Yeah, right. I think a lot of people, Monk, a lot of people have used that to not think about how to feel better on their own. A lot of people have been stuck not having to think about anything. They just they spent all day working and all night drinking for decades, and now that's come to a pretty much halt. I mean, like nobody's going to Vegas anymore and gambling. So everything that was considered evil, drunkenness and gambling and whatnot, seems to be stopping or slowly slowing down. And then you learn that like last September, the big mob families that were big in the 20s through the 70s and early 80s, they were all tied to this online gambling and stuff. So like they were just ripping a lot of people off. So now people are going the other way. 8 o'clock. Happy St. Patty's Day, my 33rd anniversary. Hey, there you go, Lil Native Mama. Bro, I'm on a mission to watch every single tour of Michael Jackson by the anything. Yes, I know a lot about audio engineering. I ran a recording studio. Drink, don't think. Yeah, there's plenty of other stuff to do. If you're drinking to fall asleep, which a lot of people do, a lot of people have problems sleeping, but they don't do anything else to try to solve it before going to the doctors or drinking. Like there's other ways to try. I said I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Fireball exploded with a sonic boom over Ohio. No, I haven't heard anything about it. Let me see. Sonic boom fireball over Ohio today. Rare fireball spotted caused the sonic booms. Reported by sky watchers in Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, 9 a.m. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, looks like it happened. Yeah, it's probably a meteorite. Yeah, it has links to a meteor, but we won't have consensus for a couple hours probably. Meteors. Yeah, it looks like a meteor, brother. Exercise, you'll see. Yeah, right. No, agreed. But fat positivity, body positivity, rearranged people's brains for so long. And then when GLP-1 was discovered in the 80s. So like the Ozempic type drugs, they've known for 30 years that they were going to release this to the public. They've known that. So they made body positivity a thing to give people the okay to get as fat as they wanted to, so they would be able to buy them. So they'd say, now you'll buy this pharmaceutical to get skinny again. Yeah. Right. So people they didn't need to, because remember, you're beautiful at no matter what size, no matter what. It says 4, 5, 6 hours ago here, Michael Jackson, the king of beats. No, he was great. Michael Jackson was the greatest. What do you recommend as someone new to sound engineering? Download Audacity, download Hydrogen Drums, learn EQing, learn compression, expand. The big three are compression, expansion, and EQing, but the big two are EQing and compression. That's the two things you should look into, especially together, EQing and compression. That's how you make things sound like studio. That's the difference between something you record in your bedroom and put out, or in a studio. Valerian, yeah, right, got it right here. Got it right here. Got it right there, little native mama. I don't need it anymore, but it was great for when I did. If you're drinking to sleep, you're likely just staving off uncomfortable withdrawals. Right, that could be happening too. My struggle was quitting cigarettes. Yep, that's big. What's for diabetic people, brother? Private Fruity Loops. Oh, Pirate Fruity Loop Studio. Listen, you can do that, but if you want to learn the engineering side of it, not the producer side of it, like you want to learn how to sculpt audio. How do you know? Do you know Mau Mau Heroes of Pure Heart? No, it doesn't sound familiar. Can also be used for weight loss. Oh. I thought you were asking. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to this.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I used to. When I have time to watch something, TV, movies, I just start streaming or make something. I haven't watched anything in a long time. I haven't seen a movie in the theater in years. And I worked in the movie industry until last year, so it's like after being in the industry, when you try to watch movies, especially me as a prop maker, I keep looking at the backgrounds and I keep losing the plot. Did you lose any plants in the coal blast? No, we're doing good so far. I'm reading Mastering Audio by. Right, so that's mastering. So if you know the difference between recording, engineering, and mastering. Now, they might be using it in a different context, but mastering is overall EQ and overall compression. But you want to record without effects, as loud as possible without distorting. So the most signal you can get, you can always turn it down in the mix. But when you're recording, it doesn't have to sound good. It doesn't have to sound mixed. You just want to get the most levels out of everything. If you want a little low drum, record it like, and then when you mix it, turn it down. You just want as loud as you can, most gain without distortion. Yeah, brother. No, you're all right, my brother. You're all right. From Denmark, we're going to make evil things. We're not going to make evil things. Hey, there's I don't know if ND's still in here, but he's from Denmark too, my brother. I think he's got the same last name as you. So Stroming. Yeah, ND. Let me let him know somebody's in here. All right. Dude, I don't know what this kid's asking about. Okay, sorry. I'm number one. Really, hold on. Let me see if I can find him. All right, hold on 1 second, brother. I'm going to try to, bam. Bam. Aw, did I lose it? We got a Dane in the chat. Oh, I guess it's Christopher, and I just can't read. No way, Orzo is a name you can only marry or buy from our family. No, I thought it was Christopher. Christopher. I thought that's what it was. Sorry. Let me put that in there. It's only a name you can marry or buy from our family. You should probably be in here in a second. Anyone can overthrow me. I'm stepping down. No, you're all right, brother. You're all good. We're all good. You could. It all has it. You're good. All right. Let's see. Oops, that's me. I just want to know if you think Michael Jackson was innocent. Yes, I think he was innocent. Yes, I think he was innocent. It's also a city in Denmark. Okay. Hopefully he'll see it here. Let's see. No, he hasn't read it yet. Doesn't look like. Yeah, he'll come in. He was here earlier. You're all right, Neo, brother. You're good. You don't have to worry about it. We'll just move on. We'll just move on. Oops. Maybe if you can't see something.
Who said you can't have Pokemon battles in real life?
Ahora sí. Espero. No te digo.
Your rank on YouTube Live? What? We did it? I'm coming for number one, buddy. Oh, you're coming for my rank? Oh, it's also a city. Yeah, that's Oslo. Is that what you said? Oh, Orzo. It's all right.
It's not random that people say you would get a horn for doing that.
I like them. Then don't watch them, dude. What are you talking about?
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Kinda deserved that one, buddy.
Você tem aquelas esponjinhas de passar pó? Você tem?
Oh, contorno, gente.
Neo was talking about his rank on YouTube. Oh, yeah, I'm confused too. I just hate how people around me pretend that they know a lot of Epstein's case. I just hate how people around me pretend they know a lot about it. They don't know nothing, Gersher. His case I researched dates back to 2000s. Even our PE teacher tries to be cool saying Epstein's. Listen, no, they do not know what they're talking about. Absolutely not. I've read through thousands of them, and everything is all blended. The big thing that comes out is everybody that liked Trump said that it wasn't a big deal. Everybody that hated Trump said he was in the files. Then when Trump released the files, it said that he was the one that called the police basically, or talked to the police, that told the police to look after Ghislaine Maxwell, saying that she was the evil one. So then when all that came out, everybody just forgot that's available. So now people that didn't like Trump because they hated Trump because they thought he was in the files doing bad things, but he was in the files as one of the reporters in it. It's crazy. How did you get monetization? I feel like it's impossible. I have 200,000 views on the short, but 90 days. Yeah, so you need watch time. I didn't. It took me about a year, about 6 months of hard trying. But yeah, you got to get to 3,000 hours of view time, of watch time. So if that short I got one or two with 200,000 also, but if they're only a few seconds each, then that's only like a couple of hours of watch time, not 1,000 hours of watch time. Yeah, it's not. You got to just keep grinding, buddy. Keep grinding. That's the way to do it. Yep, consistency. I'm just curious. What are your thoughts on reincarnation? I mean, my thoughts on reincarnation is I think that it's happened, and I think that it's rare. And the more I learn about how we don't know what the mind is, we don't know what a thought is, we don't know like what we don't know what a thought is. We don't know what consists of it. We don't know what chemical reactions. We know what chemical reactions can be triggered when a thought happens, but we don't know what it is. If it's a field that's being picked up, and we're at some sort. So it's very very confusing thing. But there's a lot of people that have died and come back short term, and they're listen. People used to come back so many times after death that back in the 1800s they had, or I think it was the late 17, early 1800s, they had coffins that had bells. So if you woke up after being dead they would leave you out for 3 days. To make sure you were dead, then they would bury you. But just in case you woke back up, you would be able to pull a string to ring a bell to be dug back up. And apparently that's happened. So it's very interesting. That's not happened very often after we do embalming, because we absolutely wipe out the chemistry in the body and whatnot. Yeah, and you're not. Yeah, lives count. Yep, big. Yeah. So like how many viewers have I had in here? Here, well, I can look on here. I got my phone. So like, yeah, I got there with my lives. So think about it. If you've got 20 people watching an hour-long live, that's 20 watch hours. You did 1 hour of work and you got 20 hours for it. If you get 1,000 people in, and that's 1,000 hours of watch time. If you can split that up, yeah, no, it absolutely counts. People just have to watch you or watch your videos for that many hours. Reincarnation is an interesting one because you have stories of kids recalling how they died, right? And not just that, there's also new data and stuff coming out about kids knowing what that were born after their grandparents died, that are like 6 years old and have memories of what their grandparents did. It's absolutely crazy. And if you look at how epigenetics work, it seems like some of it makes sense. But it's hard. Science requires repeatability. So it's hard for science to prove these because they would have to kill you and then reincarnate you in order to get scientific proof. Do you think eating raw meat is bad? No, only if it's bad raw meat. If it's not bad, no. I bid against reincarnation mainly because it's hard to prove. Yeah. Right. It's unlikely, but it's not impossible, right? This guy's files, I don't know how long they are, but I always have them modded. If I don't know anything, just shut up. Right. But the internet, people they just say things, and if they get a lot of traction for it, they believe it's true, and other people believe it's true. So people that hate somebody will say something about something, and then people that believe that will believe that everything that they said is true, and that's a big problem. I think we all have souls. A baby's born and she looked at us like, oh, I'm back on Earth. Like, not again. What's going on at the core? In Denmark, if you die, you get put in a room with a bell for 24 hours before they freeze them. There you go. Thank goodness for that bell. Yeah. Imagine, like, dude, there's some horror stories about people that have been exhumed and the inside of their caskets have been shredded with the hands. People woke up buried and they tried to rip themselves out in panic until they finally died of asphyxiation, like till the oxygen ran out. And it's crazy, dude. But think, they're not going to hear you 6 feet underground. Yeah. That's why a lot of people get cremated. But guess what? You're not going to get reincarnated, or your body's not going to reanimate if it's been cremated. Do you believe in recognition of a stranger from your past life? I don't know. It feels like it because deja vu is a thing. So that would be something scientific that would say like what is deja vu? Like that feeling like this has happened before, and it doesn't feel, it's really interesting stuff. I want to be put in a room with a JBL speaker. If the Rude Sandstorm starts playing, open the door. If Lana Del Rey starts playing, kill me because it's not me. There you go. Everybody needs it. Idiot. Emmanuel Macron or Keir Starmer?
Asher is looking at you. Asher.
That's a good question. I'm not a big fan of Starmer, and I don't really know a lot about Macron. I'm not from the UK. I'm in America, but Keir Starmer seems to be a very weak leader. even on stuff that he says he's for, he doesn't act. He doesn't push for anything. He seems like a wet noodle. But I don't know which one's what. Michael Jackson tried to point out many people on the yeah. That's why he's not here anymore. Most likely, I hope Jimmy Buffett comes back if it's possible. Casico family ruined the first time for him. Yeah, it happens all the time. Listen, yeah, they're the people when evil infests an industry, especially if it's mob controlled, like the music industry, the sex industry, and the movie industry. They'll kill you if you stop there. If these people have made hundreds of millions of dollars and they're going to end up in jail, they can't spend their money. So they would rather try to kill somebody, because if they get caught either way, they're going to jail. But if they get away with it, they get to stay out and spend their money.
And suddenly, lactose intolerance makes all sense now.
They're both great. Macron is the beat. They don't give enough for Trump. Oh, he's the best. I got that.
The right kind of friends always have the funniest ideas ever.
Damn.
That's what you asked for, lady.
Some people have no idea what's going on. Abraham Lincoln.
Stop it! I'm coming! I'm coming!
So is he. Oh.
Je peux te demander un déca latte, s'il te plaît? Merci.
There's something in your nose. The best concert you ever been to? Best concert, best performance I've ever seen was Jane's Addiction and Nine Inch Nails. That was a great tour. That was a freaking lot of energy, a lot of fun. It wasn't all hate and freaking wackadoo. It was really. I've been to some Grateful Dead concerts and stuff. I haven't watched anime for years. Back when I watched anime, it was like Fist of the North Star, stuff like that. And that, I loved it. But yeah, when I started becoming a creator, I stopped watching so much of other people's creations. You kind of just sway because it spends so much time. Think about hundreds of hours you spend watching and consuming. If when you switch over to say, I want to be part of that, I want to start creating my own stuff, then the hundreds of hours a month you spend watching content, it's especially creative content. Which president was have the best vocabulary? Dude, I mean, 7 years ago, you should react to anime's moment too. It's hard to do because I get demonetized if I show copyrighted stuff, Kurosaki.
Their friendship trust just got some cracks.
So the only way I could do it is I would have to contact the company that owns the license or gives out the licensing for that anime, and then get a legal paperwork that says I can do that, right? And if not, and then whatever, then it would cost something. I'd have to pay something to get that license. So it's very difficult to do stuff like that. I mean, it's not difficult, but it's not worth it typically. If it costs me $100 to get a license to watch to show one particular anime, if I show another one that's not part of that license, then they take everything anyway, and then I can lose it. You said JFK had 1,200 words per minute. I don't know. I mean, he was there. He was a smart guy, definitely. If money were not an object, what was the first thing you would buy? Land. Definitely land. I'm not a showy guy. I wouldn't buy Lamborghinis and stuff like that. I would buy land. Azriela. No, not a World War II survivor.
What's happening this summer?
Ate her microphone. Ate her microphone, and she's going in after it.
What's happening this summer?
Hope she realizes why she shouldn't wear green shirts near them next time.
You look like the type of guy to enjoy the offspring. Dude, yeah, that was my era. That was actually a little bit later for me. I was a skateboarder back in like the early Beastie Boy days and stuff like that. I'll come up again. Don't worry about it. Make it happen. Yeah, it'll come out the other side, right? Where would you buy land? Mountain, desert, or prairie? I would buy probably valley, like mountainous area, but prairie by valley, like in a transition area, you know. I like this. I've saw YouTubers reacting to anything that's on YouTube and live streams. Yeah, if they're trying to build, they're trying to get subscribers and stuff. Like if they're not monetized yet, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You know, you can do whatever you want, but they could. But if you're not monetized, they can't. Like they can take your videos down. Like so, if I watch something now that's copyrighted, you'll see it. You'll watch it. But then after the live's done and it goes to get posted, it'll get blocked. It'll say can't be seen except for in other areas where there's no laws against that, like the Balkans or whatever. Yeah, but it depends. I want to be able to go to the widest audience possible. So, but yeah, you can do whatever you want. But now, now that like just within the past month, AI, if you're watching something copyrighted, the live stream will just stop, and then I'll get a notification. It'll say your stream has been paused due to copyright infringement or copyright issues, and then I have to stop it, and then about a minute later, my stream will start back up again. So you can do whatever you want. How close were you to watch the Cuban Crisis? Like how much? Honestly, I don't know. It looked like we were getting pretty close, but that was because the Russians, we were having a Cold War with the Russians, and they were putting ballistic missiles and nukes apparently on Cuba. So it looked. Are you talking about the Cuban Missile Crisis? Those are all my subscribers, Gersher. Buddy, what are we talking about? It's open topic. Hey. I totally dig your candor. Thanks for Bazillion for letting me share your time. No problem, mama. The algorithm brought me here. Welcome. History is a forgotten science. Agreed. It's a forgotten. It's been rewritten so many times. That's the problem. If you want to take something seriously and you say, okay, let's look at history and let's look at it from 5 different angles. You're like, there are 5 different angles. You know. Yeah. That's why things like archaeology and stuff are great, but that stuff's also interpreted. That's why you gotta learn how to learn more than learning what to learn. Can YouTubers see? No. If you turn off your if you turn on private, then it doesn't show up anywhere. But yeah, if you're a public subscriber, yeah. What up, brother? What up, man? Ain't seen talk to you in a while. Pair guitar, brother. What's going on, Andrew? How you been, my friend? Kicking ass, brother.
Oh, dude, these freaking Toyota owners. They think the truck is so cool because it can go over some curves.
It's so cool to go over some curves.
Dude, that's not even impressive, bro. Oh,
like I doubt like so many anime moments people post on YouTube take permission from production companies. Sometimes they're like 4,000 or 5,000 sub viewers. So if you're on, brother, listen, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, but it's this easy. Can I get demonetized for showing anime on my YouTube live stream? It's this easy. Yes, you can absolutely get demonetized, receive copyright strikes, or have your live stream terminated for showing anime. It is copyrighted content. Anime companies, particularly in Japan, are highly protective and monitor for infringements. Simply streaming episodes or clips without transformative commentary risks severe penalties. So if I do it, and it says you should have our material in there, and I say, but it was transformative, then it gets sent to them. And if they say, no, it's not, then I owe money. So people do a lot of stuff. It doesn't mean, but yeah, I'm protective. I've subbed to you, but I have notifications yet. I've no. That's all right, brother. That's all right. That happens all the time. A lot of people, even like my moderators and stuff, don't get notified. Yeah, man, doing good, my brethren. What historical site do you visit for fun? Oh, go to dude. I would love to go to what's it called? The place in Turkey. Oh, it's skipping my brain. Somebody help me out. What's the place? Let me just look it up. Famous historical place in Turkey. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe. If you put your on your watermark, I think I'm not trying to you know. I'm not looking for content. You know, I'm doing great. Right. I don't want to throw it to the wind because you know. Yeah, I'm doing great. So to teach kids that you need to fail and then continue. So most people don't do anything, Gersher, because they're afraid to fail. If you never try, you'll never fail. But if you never try, you'll never succeed at anything. So you've got to learn to fail and then course correct, fail, course correct, fail, course correct. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, hope everyone's having a decent day, a decent or great day. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Sorry, brother. No. Göbekli Tepe. Let's look it up. This place is freaking cool, dude. It's so freaking cool. It's like, I know it's going to be hard to see, run through all this stuff. But like there's so many like crazy carvings of animals that don't exist anymore. And there's theory. Theologians think that this was the area where the ark landed. Like if Noah's Ark or a Noah's Ark type event happened, according to like the world's religions for the great floods, this is where they think it would have landed. And it's so cool that this is like the one historic space that's got all kinds of animals carved into everything, and it's just gone. It's just like it's I mean, it's not gone, it's there, but there's nobody there. Why did they leave? Why like same thing with all this other thing. There are a few types I call them Göbekli Tepe, Caravan Tepe. There's a few. There you go. I don't know. That's up to you to find out, Gersher. That's up to you to find out. Yeah, failure's the best teacher. No, I mean the anime thing you were talking about. If you put watermark, right. I think that's what people do. Yeah, but if you get caught, you know, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people like anime is not my persona, right? So it's like if I'm already doing great. I'm already getting great watch time. And if I did something and tried a loophole and screwed it up and they say, your channel's been terminated, you're no longer a YouTube partner. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Or speed it up with a hair. Yeah, you could. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you could do it. Karahan. Drink you. Bro, talk about the Voynich manuscripts, Codex Gigas that we're chatting about. Yeah, no, we can do that at 6. So in 20 minutes, I'm gonna have dinner, and then I'll back from 6 to 8. We can have open topic. We can absolutely talk about the Voynich manuscript or the Gigas. Absolutely, I'd love to. One theorized it was a temple of no. Right. That's what I would love to check it out. The WF codes Göbekli Tepe and most other sites limits access tremendously. This is why I would love to go. Right. Keanu done fell off. What up, Skeletor? Look up there. It's underground, bro. All right. Turkey also has wagon ruts. Yes. I farted so loudly today at work it sounded like an echo bomb. What up? Drinkily you. All right, I'm looking it up. Underground City. Yeah, dude. This stuff is freaking phenomenally awesome. Like, why did it get abandoned? Like, was it not desert before they did this? Dude, people carved, like, before we had jackhammers and explosives, people carved into granite. Like, this is what it would have looked like, artist representations. But yeah, this shit's so freaking cool. They must have had some other source of vitamin D. They had, like, air shafts for heating and cooling. I got, all right, brother. All right, mama. Taking me for a Reuben. Hey, there you go. All right, stay blessed. Have you heard of cryptos? Yes. Yes, we're not going to get into that right now, but yes, I've heard of it. I don't watch anime, but it's what One Piece author's #7 most author of all time. His balls of steel to lock into a plot and go for 30 years. No, that's just great. European have ancestry from this region. Neolithic farmers. Yeah, what were they hiding from? Previous nuclear domination. Another site is Derinkyu Kapailoka. I don't know why, but I did some research and find out if you place your webcam over. Yeah, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that, Kurosaki? I've already got plenty of viewers. I get thousands of hours of watch time. Everything's going great. I don't watch it. I don't watch anime, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's not worth the risk reward isn't worth it to me, because if AI gets better and they say, oh, now you're viewing it through a webcam, you understand what I'm saying? And then they can go back like a year later, they can say, because it would still be an active video, a year later they could say, hey, we want the copyright money on this. I ate some avocado. Darvonza Guy's crater is cool as hell. The door to hell, what was discovered when a dude was digging his basement. Freaking humanity is awesome.
Off you go then.
Oh, dude, what are you thinking, dude? Lady? That could have been a broken neck. What is wrong with all of you? I'm not really asking. I'm not really asking you to do it, because that's just kind of discussion. Oh, no problem. I thought you were saying, no, do it. Look, I found loopholes for you. No, absolutely. And people do everything. People show naked stuff on YouTube just to get a bunch. And then once you get monetized to the point, you can do things on the vertical videos that you can't do on the horizontal. On the YouTube short side, if I play a song, a copyrighted song, then I don't get demonetized, but they get half of my income for that video. If I have an 8-hour video and I play 30 seconds of somebody's song, they get half of everything that video made. So you can do whatever you want. But there's just repercussions. No, I understand. Currently, my plan is to watch almost 370 episodes, 20 minutes each of Spotify Certified Pirate Story, and simultaneously map all the events on a huge web. Dude, do it and video yourself doing it. Document yourself doing it, and that will be something really interesting for other people to watch. Does anyone remember being a kid and playing Kick the Can? I played Kick the Can. It sounds predatory. What, to watch 300 episodes of... You're talking about a pirate history, or which ones? I don't understand. Made others. Oh, rock flew right into his tire. Oh, right. No, listen, look, I'll show you right now. It is. This is how serious they are about copyright infringement. So instead of getting sued, I just lose half my money. But look. Profit sharing on using a copyrighted song in a live stream. Using copyrighted, and it doesn't ask, it says often leads to profit sharing, and then it says here demonetization or automated revenue redirection to the rights holder. Particularly on YouTube Content ID. Platforms like YouTube offer creator music libraries where revenue is shared, typically if the track is used for less than 30 seconds. So the revenue is shared. If you use less than 30 seconds, I could lose half of my revenue for it. Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't, kids don't go out and play anymore. Right? No, I agree. It's tactical, yeah. Stevie Ray Vaughan short play a Stevie Ray Vaughan. By the way, this pirate thing is being done after exam holidays of 11th grade, followed by reading of Michael Jackson's accusation, followed by watching his tours. Dude, listen, people will, that could make you a great piece of content too, especially if you want, I mean, you're basically making a documentary delving into accusations and whatnot, and a lot of people would watch that. Come on, Rich, but yeah. That ain't happening. I'm not losing frickin'. And the thing is, and the problem is, I don't know if they'll do profit sharing or just give me a copyright strike. That's the thing. They may do profit sharing or they may give me a copyright strike. So it's just not worth it. If I just did 45-minute or hour live streams here and there, but I'll do freaking 4. I did look how many live streams I did yesterday and how many hours I did. Just yesterday, I did 8 hours, 2.5 hours, and an hour and 45 minutes. This was just yesterday's live streams. I did, and I actually did more than that because I did one from my cell phone also earlier. Maybe that wasn't yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So an hour and 41 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes, and 8 hours. They shouldn't give you a copyright. Yes, they do. Listen, shorts is different than live streams. The person that made the YouTube short is Stevie Ray Vaughan's copyright holder is getting the money for that. If I play it, I'm and putting it on the live stream. Live streams and shorts and long form are 3 different things. Everybody will watch it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, you're on to something good. I love to see a picture. I love to see the picture intro to your videos, Rich. I think it's great too. Thank you. Well, for what? Look into AI Sentinels being required of all U.S. cars 2026. Yes, listen, that's absolutely crazy. They want to milk you for every single dime. And then the problem is, I do not trust our government with my money. I do not trust it at all. Republican or Democrat, and I don't care. That's just a reason for Republicans to fight with Democrats and Democrats to fight with Republicans. The way too many thieves, and just not talking about the federal government, the state governments are robbing us blind. 100%. And then they're like, tax the rich. They're like, okay, why? So you can just steal more of the money? Right. It's not like it's going to roads. We've got plenty of money for all that. It's just getting freaking robbed. Yeah, and a kill switch, right? You actually have a YouTube channel worth watching, man. Thank you, brother. Yeah, that's why I don't want to risk losing it, you know? I mean, I could build another one back up again, but it took me a year to get here, you know? You look at the features of what it tracks. No, my land? This land? No, I mean, maybe 500,000, maybe. The unblinking. Yeah, no, not millions. No, Gersher. I love the content info you provide, man. I feel like God is using you, brother. Yeah, brother. Listen, I'm blessed. I tell you what, it's absolutely great to be able to be. And I understand a lot of people are used to just crap. So when they come into my live stream at first, a lot of people say just something stupid because they just figure it's another meme channel live stream wackadoo. And then, you know, they're like, hey, dude, I came here to troll you, but I like your channel. And I get that a lot. And it's so I feel like I'm a diamond in a rough, and if I play my cards right, I could do good. Do you realize you don't have enough money for roads, healthcare? Yes, we have plenty of money. What are you talking about? Do you know how much roads cost? Not that much. They have plenty of it, Python. The problem is they've convinced everybody else that we don't, because they take the money for false claims all over, and they rob us, and then they say we need more. That's not true. It's not true. If you do construction work and you know how much it costs to maintain bridges and roads, it's only like about $3 million a mile. We've got plenty to redo all of our roads. It gets freaking mobbed. What up, Vishal, brother? It says because you're engaging all of us boneheads. Hey, thank you. God's good, man. Makes me want to cry. God's grace is so good, and God wants us to come from real peace, brother. You're right where you need to be, my friend. Just stay around long enough to enjoy it. And teach as many people as you can. Just please, I know that you make sure we don't lose this channel, because that seemed really hard to make one restart one. Yeah, we run. Sweet home Alabama. I'm in Georgia, though. Yeah. So Sweet Home Alabama. You wanted to sing a song? The interesting thing is we have access to what we have access to for the transparency of what the government spends money on. If you look at what we have, like how, if you look at the breakdown of the financial distributions, what leaves America for non-beneficial sources to even the people that it's going to, like if it's being used, if that stopped, if we stopped giving the rest of the world for 1 year money, like if we told them, hey, in 2030, from 2030 to 2031, you're not going to get any money. So if over the next 4 years, you better take what we're giving you and make it last for 1 year from 2030 to 2031, then all that money, we could repave, rebuild America. It's absolutely, we are helping the world. The problem is we're not stopping other countries from misusing those funds, and it's a freaking it's a absolute scam. It's a scam. I guess you're all right, brother. You're good. Why don't you can keep it, enjoy the stream. Can you believe I found a rant against Michael Jackson from 2005? Yes, absolutely. Listen, you'll find whatever you're looking for on the internet. There's going to be people that like him and people that hate him. Absolutely. Yeah, sure it is. Right, but people don't typically know what they're talking about. They jump on bandwagons. The internet's for views, likes, clicks, and whatnot. So if people say something and it gets traction, then they're like, oh, this must be something to this. Let me keep doing it. Michael Jackson was a real one. I trusted in God. He didn't do nothing. Yeah, I agree. That would just be stupid, though, to repave the roads. Right, no, right, I understand. But the point is we've got, how much money do we give out? We're spending our money wrong. It's not that we don't have it. We're misusing it. And then the Republicans will tell you it's the Democrats, and the Democrats will tell you the Republicans. It's both of them. The problem is we have people that are in Congress and that believe that because they rule America, that they deserve to be rich. They're not happy with $120,000, $130,000 a year. So they finagle ways. They start nonprofits. You start a problem. Then you start a nonprofit that gets funded from the government to teach people about that problem. So even if you're wrong, they're not going to give the money back. They're like, well, everybody believed it was true. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I agree.
The YouTube tutorial did not mention this
Game
about
of
kombucha.
There is, that's right. What up, home? right. Well, that's probably where he got the inspiration for it. That's gonna be messy. Jeez. I knew a guy who was a truck driver. Jeez. I knew a guy who was a truck driver, old guy. He never claimed his taxes his whole life. He died in almost $300,000. Total federal U.S. taxes was $5.3 trillion in the U.S. and seen plenty of people complaining it's already too high. Right. The reason they're saying it's too high is because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. The amount of money that's needed to maintain America, healthcare and everything, is less than that. So where is the rest of the money going? And that's the problem. That's the problem. We need a bunch of independents to get in there and say, hey, let's find out what's going on and freaking jail you crooked ass criminals. That's what needs to happen. And it's not happening. It's been a free flow tap. Look, if you wanted to get rich in America 5 years ago, listen, 1,000 new millionaires were made every day in America. 1,000 new millionaires. Let me see. How often is there a new millionaire in America? Every day, 1,000 new millionaires every day, okay? So 1,000 new millionaires every day. And if you look at how a lot of that money was made, it's off of government grants, teaching people whatever the Republicans or the Democrats want them to be known. You come up with a problem, and then you start a nonprofit, an NGO, a non-government aid organization in order to teach about that. And then you teach other countries about American politics. Like we're teaching Cuba and Nicaragua and all these other places. We're sending them tens to hundreds of millions of dollars to teach people about democracy and stuff. And it's just like, and do you think, and those teachers over there are driving Benzes? It's absolutely crazy. Why are we still paying taxes at this scam? Yeah, that's what needs to go on. We need absolute transparency, and we need absolute we need longer jail time. We need longer jail times and shorter term limits. But people have to be held to account. We need more accountability, right? Do you hear the Pokemon game selling billions of photos to various companies? So I'll tell you, Pokemon Go. What Pokemon Go was used for originally? They wanted to map America. So you have a bunch of kids that have cameras and you have GPS. So if you have an unmapped part of a city or wherever, what you do is you put a Pokemon there, then a bunch of kids run around GPS located and filming from all of these angles, then that all gets documented. And the countries that ran Pokemon Go now have an almost complete map of the United States, inside of churches, mosques, synagogues, business offices, any place. They would say, what's inside of this building? They would put a Pokemon in there. Kids would sneak in to get that Pokemon. Then they would see what's inside of buildings. And it mapped a whole lot of America. It's absolutely wackadoodle. Which era of America had the tastiest food? The 80s was really, really good. Everything after the 90s, especially like the mid 90s, everything went to freaking crap. Like, how much can we charge people for the cheapest ass stuff? It's also the good time, but also it's not also the good times. All these conservatives want to go back on the 90% tax incomes. I agree, brother. I agree. This is the thing. We've got to shut off the spending to everybody that doesn't deserve the money. It's got to be. We created so much just overflow, and it was just so easy to just reach into the federal coffers and scoop out money. Yeah, I agree. Switch to no insurance and save so much more money, right? I haven't had health insurance since 2020, but Obama wanted us to have Obamacare, or we got a fee. It was a fine, but they didn't call it that. It was a fee. If you had no insurance, you paid $1,400 a month. A year. A tax year. It's $1,400 a year if you went through the year without being insured. So they did the same thing with health that they did with cars. Look up the Wireless Body Area Network, digital twins, and wireless on-demand drug delivery to your body. We're not going to look that up right now. I got to eat, but we could definitely look it up, Ken. Who owns... Good question. What up, The Revenant? Who owns America? Jesus. I feel the health industry is a joke. The health industry can do something what it feels most. So it is demonic, dude. Listen, if the health industry was actually the health industry, the first thing they would do when you went to the doctor is they would see what you were deficient in. If you have ADHD or anything like that, instead of giving you amphetamine salts, they would say, let's see if you're deficient in B12 or D or A. Like the biggest reason for ADHD-like symptoms is vitamin B12 deficiency. And they don't check for that at all. And because it's not profitable. I want to ask you your research also, what source to use. I find use research on the topic also for many days. So when I was a kid, when I was about 17, my girlfriend, she was 18 and she had to go to summer school. So while she was going to summer school, I couldn't stay in her house. So right out of the back door of her house, at her gate was the library. And so I decided I'm going to read the encyclopedia from A to addendum. And I did. I over about 4 months total, I read all of the encyclopedias. So then when I started learning things on the internet, and I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. Maybe the science is new. I started to look into stuff more and more specifically. And then you have to know that most of the stuff you're taught, especially science in school, is old science. It's old, and a lot of it's been updated and corrected. So you have to learn how to learn, not what to learn. Because propaganda will tell some people some things and some people other things. So then they'll naturally argue because I paid $100,000 in college to learn this. Well, I paid $100,000 in college and I learned something different. So you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. And then it's just like wackadoodle. Last movie I watched, dude, I got no. I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Bro, you need to know. You need to. Thanks, bro. You need to know. Trust me. Yeah, no, right. Yeah, absolutely. We'll look into it. I'm gonna copy and paste it here into the list. Into the list. Absolutely. Okay. Oops. What I miss? Oh, there it is. Copy. Okay. Bam. Okay. Drug demand. Okay. All right. I got it, brother. People need to know that they have cures for pretty much every disease. Right. So 99%, probably more than that, of our pharmaceuticals are oil based. The precursors for them are oil. So they doctors like the doctors' licenses. The reason doctors could lose their licenses anytime, not just during COVID, but during COVID for sure. If they tried to do another treatment for people that had COVID, they would lose their license. That don't make any sense, because what happens if they found that honey and a booger cured COVID? Then the whole world could have found out and everything would be fine. They said, no, we don't even really know what this is, but here's the only thing that we can use. Here's the only protocol that we can use. And that doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. So now everybody, a lot more people know that they have to doctors can only prescribe what is on the prescribables list, which goes along with their licensure. Do you own one of those? Are you one? Those who own America? Me? That own it? I mean, I don't own my house. I mean, I kind of own my house, but I don't own my house. But no, I don't own America. Bro, I hear what you're saying. Trust me, it's the least of your problems. My problems? It's not anti-science. Science is repeatable, Python. Science is repeatable. My mother and my father both retired from the Applied Physics Laboratory, the Johns Hopkins Avery Propulsion Applied Physics Laboratory. So I'm not anti-science. I'm more science than most of you people. The problem is you think science is truth when it's still theory. They say theoretically this should work, and then it gets told to the people and they're like, this is how you do it. And it's not how you do it. Science has got to keep looking. Remember, science can't prove history because history is not repeatable. The human body is engineered to live 190 years and to breathe the food you drink, the water you drink, designed to cut your life in half. You know, it's very interesting to find people that are living like 115 and stuff and still look pretty good. But I also, you have a girlfriend. I prefer to do solo. I don't know why you keep so. I don't know why I keep so self-centered. It's all right. Whatever you want to do. There's plenty of time for girls and stuff. Do you know your TV in your house takes 7,000 pictures a day? Yeah, I don't have a TV in my room. I don't have a TV in my studio. We're all yes, everything is performative. Listen, why do you think politicians have X and YouTube? They're making more money off of X and YouTube than they're making off of their $130,000 salaries in Congress. They're making more off of ad revenue and stuff on YouTube and X. So that's why they don't mind keeping you guys arguing over stuff, and they say stuff that's not provable, and they say stuff that they're just saying, oh, this is true, but they don't link to anything. They don't show their sources. It's just fantasy because it keeps everybody arguing. People hate watch, but every click they get, they get paid for that. They have cures for herpes and non-curable STDs and a lot of cancers. A lot of that. If you start to learn how to learn, and you look what all other countries, even countries America is not friendly with, what are their medical systems doing? And a lot of that stuff, especially herpes, is shown to be in a lot of cases parasitic infections. That's why it's very easy to transmit sexually. Now, yes, there are STIs, sexual transmitted infections, and there are STDs, what they call diseases, which some can be viruses, but not all. But people see something, and without a chemical test, they say, that's this. I don't even talk to many people I don't find necessary. Yeah, just keep a small, tight group. Kobo's a deployment, but asked you, Look it up. We'll look it up. Yeah, I got no problem. I'm not afraid. Yeah, look at that. Not taking the divorce well, huh? Who's Jared? I still have to read the TF Mel Fisher Got the Treasure. You have to see it. By the way, bro, what are your thoughts on Project Bluebeam? Bluebeam? I don't even know what that is. I'll look into it. I pooped yesterday and repeated history again today. There you go, Andrew, making it happen. That means your food's working. I love the internet. What up, Aaron? Do you own America? It means you were Jewish. I am. It's great to own Mount Rushmore. What's up, Aaron? There are people who had herpes cured naturally. A lot of people. Listen, in the movie industry, those diseases aren't as bad as they are to the outside public, and they do more promiscuous sexual stuff. They just take care of it because they take things. Their doctors are doctors they pay $150 a month to, and they'll show up, and the doctor has like 10. They don't have locations. They're house doctors, and they test you for parasites and stuff like that. It's absolutely great. Blew right past the archaeology comment. What'd I miss? Do you own America? I pooped yesterday, bro. I have the treasure. Archaeology comment. Bro, I read everything. I don't. If it got blocked, brother, I don't see it, my friend. Jackie, that's the first message I see of yours, my friend. Yeah, brother, it didn't. You got freaking jackalated. Many of my favorite people currently alive and from the U.S. I would say you have gotten really great minds in every field. I would like to visit U.S. someday, maybe live there legally. Yeah. Brother, I mean, listen. I'm happy that I'm here. I live in Georgia. My neighbors are conservatives and liberals, and they'll fight and they'll say, "You voted for that orange man. You voted for that babbling dumb woman. Hey, my daughter needs to get picked up from gymnastics at 6:00. Can you go ahead and do it?" Like, people aren't violently wacky over politics. They know that, hey, we're going to live here for 30 years. We better be friends and make the best because my family needs help and your family needs help, and the government ain't the one to do the helping, right? So it's like real life isn't the internet. A bunch of people do not understand that. Archaeology is a study of material history. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah, it's nothing. My B12 got lost somewhere mid-delivery. Do you have mine? For Ohio, I'm from Maryland originally. I'm in Georgia now. That's where politics are so minute to everyday life. Right. But listen, it's so emotionally triggering, and that's great for the algorithm. It's absolutely great. Like, people all the time, I get messages from Republican leaders, not Republican social media leaders and Democrat social media leaders that request that I start doing content like that. That helps them. It doesn't help me. I don't want to, I'm like, fucking go eat a dick. I don't give a shit what you lying bastards have to say. You want me to convince more people to vote for you so you can tax us and steal more money. I'm done with that wackadoodle. Do you think Epstein? I think he's alive. So we definitely landed on the moon, and the Chinese just did, I think India and China have also done in the last like 2 years and have photographed our landing sites. Now, do I think all of the photography that we seen was real? No. I think some of the video and some of the photography was definitely studio based. 15 years in the movie industry, I know the difference. Light source stuff, reactions, dust reactions, and whatnot. Some of the stuff was wackadoodle. But also, look at our nuclear bomb test footage. If you look at it now, it's models. I got my glasses at Costco. It's triggering. Trump's doing okay. I think he's in over his head, but I voted for Trump 3 times. Yeah, listen, you know what? I was in the movie industry, liberal as liberal can get, hated the guy, and I'm glad some of the stuff he's absolutely doing, and my 401k and everything is doing much better than it was in the past 8 years. So he's doing something right, and bless him for helping the people of Iran. I get a lot of communication from Iranian citizens and whatnot that for the past like 6 years, and so really aren't having a good time, and like apparently in the past 2 weeks they lost like over 30,000 people aged 16 to 21 just for protesting. That's definitely alive, and his ex-girlfriend Maxwell is not in prison. That's not her, right? You're old enough to know better. Yeah. Which sunglass brands? I don't have any sunglasses. I'm not saying Trump is perfect. Right? No, sure. Yeah, listen. But who would you, without, non-emotionally, who that we had to choose from would you put in his place right now? Anything's better than Trump. No, that's not true. That's just not true. And that's our fault. That's our fault. People told us who we can vote for. We should tell them who can run, like who will allow to run. We shouldn't just let wacky ass people be the only people that we can choose from. We only get 6 different people that ultimately dissolves down. What are you a professor in? Love. Nothing. My education, my autodidactic education is in component-based electronics. Have you considered trying a cornstarch challenge? I just did it. Rick, I love you. No, please don't do it. My government says to me they did the moon landing. No, they says they, you can find evidences for the moon landing from other countries. Like I said, China just did a lap around the moon. I want to say it was 2025, and they photographed the Apollo landing sites. Kamala didn't win a primary. Yes, that was, listen, I'm an independent, an actual independent. I'm not a fence sitter. You both can eat I'm an actual independent. Like, I will vote for a Democratic governor and a Republican mayor or vice versa. I vote for people, not a party. And the problem is people that vote for a party is there can be people that are Republican or Democrat running as the opposite or not at all. They're just gangsters and they got enough money to get in. And then they know that, hey, I'm going to run here as a Democrat because everybody's going to vote blue no matter who. And then we get in situations right now, people that do not know what they're talking about. But they have access to the purse strings. Why does Donald always smooch his lips when we're talking? I do not know, bro. Shout out to Morgan Rigsby. Dirty little jet. What up, Dish? My grandma used to do that with her lips. Doing good. Do you think Trump will end this war properly and our bases in the Gulf will run as if nothing really happened? Okay, my opinion has changed on what I think will happen. And it's because he said it. He said, we're going to take them out. We're going to take their oil. Every other politician ever in my lifetime has lied around the oil being the important thing. He said it. He said, we're going to take their oil. And we're going to free the Iranian people and we're going to take their oil. So he said that. So I'm going to say, okay, that's what he's doing. He's used surgical strikes. He could have put thousands, tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of troops on the ground and then bought stock in armament companies. Then every bullet that gets fired needs to be repurchased and the stock goes up and they could have got super, super rich off of it. He didn't do that. So I'm not going by what people say on Twitter. I'm saying this is what's happening. Like, this is what's that like. And so he's doing it. So that's all I know. I can tell you what could be awesome to make him look bad or make him look good, but that's just not what truth is. But even if you vote for people, what can common people do about lobbying? Right. That's a freaking huge issue. You can have that you understand already. That's a huge issue, right? That's got to stop. We've got to get people in government that want to be in government to govern, not to see how they can trick the American people to spend more money on their bullshit ideas. That's all right, my friend. Any tips on starting YouTube Live? Yeah, start it. Just like any bar or restaurant, you build the bar or restaurant, then you open the doors. And if nobody comes in, you still open the doors. You open from whatever time you open to whatever time you close. Eventually, somebody will come in, and they'll talk to you. And then eventually somebody else will come in and they'll talk to you. And somebody else will come in, they'll talk to you. Then eventually enough people come in that are there to see each other. Then when the doors are open, they show up to see the other people in the business rather than the business owner. So just do it. No, I can't do this. I can't even think of a good Trump. I definitely got to find one. Stephen King Misery. Yeah. It's really good. Yeah. And don't expect to go viral in 6 months. Just keep doing it and you'll get hits. Like every once in a while, I get like 3,000 people through, 4,000 people. I've had 6,000 people through, but usually it's not. But the thing is, if I was thinking about the numbers, like I don't even know how many people are in the stream right now. I've got zero clue. So if as long as you have somebody there that you're talking to, but if you say I'm going to stream for an hour and you get in and it's 5 minutes and there's nobody there, you feel embarrassed and you want to end, don't just like if you're at McDonald's and you're at the register and there's nobody in line, you're still on the clock, you're still at work. The book is so much better than the movie. Yeah, people just watch others argue. Yeah, that happens a lot. And brother, listen, the fog of war is serious. We got no idea whether he was set up or whether it was part of the plan or whether it's all just fiction. We got no idea. If it was that serious, we wouldn't even know about it. CIA is setting Tucker up. I think we'll definitely see, but we wouldn't even know about it, right? We wouldn't even know about it. They wouldn't say some dude on freaking Twitter that's got his own YouTube channel is making, is what's creating the, yeah, it's crazy. I think it's something very profitable for him because now he's got all eyes on him and his finances are going to go through the roof. So it might not even be true, but that's the thing. If you can't prove it, people are all going to go look to find out. They're going to watch his videos. They're going to read his tweets. They're going to go read his old tweets, watch his old videos to see if they can be the one to find the linchpin, to find the thing. And that's finances, man. That's big money. Yep, it does. Yep, Candace, she did the same thing. It doesn't matter what's true. It's what people will watch. And I guarantee she's got rich off of that. Where are we at? I didn't realize. Okay, sorry. That's what I said for crazy people. Dude, some people never take the trash out. That's gotta stink so bad. Thought. Oh, laminar flow.
The amount of water just for this to happen is just wild.
Yes, that's running water. How crazy?
Yeah, it's cool.
Is that?
There's some advice for yeah. There's some advice for going to ask Candace out. That's right. What up, Sandra? Charlie Kirk tried to blackmail them. You know what happened? Yeah, and that's a thing too, right? That's another one of those things that there's nothing that can be proven, right? But just the accusation of it or somebody saying that they know something will bring a lot of attention to them, right? Because it was such a big event. So then people will be like, no, maybe this guy knows what's going on. And then you can get that. And that's why we've got such asshole conservatives and liberals. They don't care about politics. They just like starting fires. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, whether it's true or not, we got no idea. The problem is, this is why I tell people, do not break up personal relationships over politics. You do not know what's true. The news is a show about sex and violence. It's there to make money for its stockholders. It's not there to tell you the truth. It's the mainstream media is opinion pieces, opinions. They're not telling you the absolute truth. They're telling you what they think happened, not what actually happened in a lot of cases. And then people think that it's true because they said it on the news, and it's not. It doesn't have to be. They're opinion pieces. He wasn't the blackmail type of guy.
All right, scooping up next.
My apologies to any Italians who are watching this video.
Oh, fuck. Popcorn.
Oh, that's not good. Kirk's wife was involved in the trafficking and knew he was involved and felt guilty or tried to bite the hand. Maybe Talix, yeah. I vote for some smaller government because smaller government equals less corruption. I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. And the problem is with being somebody like Charlie Kirk, like there's going to be, he was so super popular that you could make a whole YouTube channel profitable off of either tearing him down or building him up. So people did both, and people have low confidence evidence for both things, right? Keep in mind that keep that in mind. And Lewin Thugs is supporting Erica Shady. Bro, I started reading and gifting graphic novels in place of books because at least they don't go on dusty shelf and they're way cooler. No, dude, yeah, graphic novels. I used to love that stuff, dude. Absolutely. I had a show TV called Extra. Yes, I remember Extra. Out of nowhere, I heard a crazy frequency being broadcast in the city. Right? I remember Extra. Less government results in more concentrated state. Right? Which one would you prefer? I would prefer my money to stay around me and my family. Rather than a whole kinds of wackadoodle stuff. Like we have, like if you're a Republican, you can move to a Republican state. If you're a Democrat, you can move to a Democrat state. But if you're a Republican and you move to a Democrat state and then try to change the government to a Democratic government, like local government, then that can swap everything around. And because it's so easy to buy elections nowadays, like a lot, we can go into that. We can go into there's a lot of people, a lot of scams going on. A lot of people that die in gang warfare. When they die, the hospital marks them as dead, but they don't stand. The doctors and the morticians can get paid to not send in the death certificate, to not fill out a death certificate. So now that person receives, they're marked as grievously injured or heavily injured. So that they will receive government benefits into an account or checks sent, or and if they're over 18, their vote gets sent in. So imagine the thousands of people over the years that get killed every year in gang violence, and if just say 10% of them are still marked as alive, and those votes, and then you can say, hey, give me $1,000 and I'll send in 200 votes for you in this. And in a local government, that's huge. That's huge. He stayed silent. Yes. Mario Lopez. What up, Santa? What up, Ben? I would try college, but I have concerns with creatine. Why? Oh, just look into, I'll help you out, brother. Creatine and collagen both come from beef. If you're not eating a lot of beef, it's really good. John made sense. They killed him making opinions, right? Yeah, that's the truth. That's exactly what happened, right? No one asked me where I wanted my tax dollars would go. Right, so that's what we should worry about. That's what we should worry about is how to change that. The wise robot was in. They are doomed. I'm the carnivore teacher, Troy. Somali's got our tax money the last few years. I didn't vote until the Electoral College is done. Yeah. Right. So why are we arguing liberal and conservative when we know that they're not even doing what they said? The conservatives aren't conservative in a lot of times, and the liberals aren't liberal in a lot of times. They just get into office and then lie. They lie to get voted in, and then they just rob the place. It's so obvious now. Like look at this. Look at this. Fake Democrat running as a Republican. All right, so this woman right here, and this is one that's just talking about it. How many do you think aren't? Oh, damn it. Right here. All right.
I'm not a real Republican.
Not a real Republican.
I'm telling people the truth. I knock on a door and I say I'm running in the Republican primary, but I'm not.
Creatine is like one of the most researched compounds. Creatine monohydrate. It's good. It's good at all points of your life. It's good for your brain. It's good for your muscles. It's good for everything.
Republican. I'm a progressive. I'm running as a Republican in the Republican primary for Congressional District 14 because that is where the actual competition happens in our
right. So it doesn't matter if you're voting Democrat no matter what or Republican no matter what. It's your fault. You're the moron. Because then people like this go in and say, I know I'll win because the morons here are just going to vote Republican. They're not even going to look into me. And then the people that she knows on social media will say she's the best Republican candidate because she is a Republican candidate, but she's a progressive. So you're voting blue no matter who. It's your fault for not learning what you should know about these people, right? It's just like you're bad because you're black or you're bad because you're white. It's the same thing. It's biased. They all change. People get in, they run as what they need to run for to win. They do not care about the labels. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't matter. The label doesn't matter. We are completely alienated from the distribution of our assets. And so, it's not a democracy. We're not a democracy, though. We're a constitutional republic. If voting really mattered, the government wouldn't allow it. That's right. The only way let's vote in front of Electoral College chooses for us. Richie said in the past that you investigated stuff right now. How it ended. What? Which one are you talking about, brother? Which one? Which thing? I don't know. That was like 10 topics we just talked about. I don't know which topic you're talking about, Zach.
Oh, a very hip hop style.
What?
was not smart.
Relationship bonding at its finest. Would you try this game with your partner? Leave a like.
Okay.
Brother, it wasn't an investigation. It tells you how it works. It tells you how it works. There was no investigation. I just read the research. I looked at the experiments. There was no investigation. I wasn't trying to find out. It does what it says. It just doesn't do what you want it to do.
You gotta hold it like this. Man, come on.
Yep, it's beyond savable now.
Oh yeah, you're done. There go all your crops.
Nice hair, lady.
But what he says exactly works. It shows pics, videos exactly real. Right, but it's not making free energy. I don't. The day of voting should be a national holiday. All non-essential businesses closed and mail online voting can't be made too bad enough. Hey, listen. This is right here. You're absolutely right. This is what happened. Not all the bullshit that the Democrats say, oh, women won't be able to vote. Not the bullshit that the Republicans say. No, what needs to happen is then how do you make it? Okay, fine. If women need to go get their IDs changed, then go do it. Go do it. So then force that to happen. If you want to vote, that day is going to be a holiday. All businesses will be closed. If you can shut the world down for COVID, you can shut the world down for a day for voting. Anything that comes into 9 p.m. counts. 9 p.m. in 1 second doesn't matter. Get out of line. Try best next term. And that's what should happen. We should the other people that were working, the people that work for the government, the buses, they should get people around, move people around the voting places. It's super easy. You could do it digitally, like setting people up. You can absolutely do it. If you live in this area, you vote here. If there's more people that live in that area, then they can vote at this place, and then you create a second place. I could do it in an hour. I could set up an algorithm to spit this crap out. How many places you need per voting block per population density, and then and this isn't hard. We're putting freaking things in outer space. We can figure out how to vote. The reason it's confusing is because they're stealing the vote, and stupid Republicans, stupid Democrats. No, it's liars. It's stupid liars. The Democrat Republican doesn't mean anything. Yes, we should have a day of voting, absolutely, and everything is closed. Everything is closed, and everybody has a chance to vote. Like stores and stuff can be open, absolutely. Taxi cabs, yada yada yada. But we close down like it's a national holiday, and the vote works till 9 p.m. Then you're done. If you're in the wrong place, vote again next year. But my vote, screw your vote. It's being canceled out by thousands of other people's votes. That's what needs to happen. Greetings from across the pond. Understand what up, squirrel brother? I think we should take a break from politics to watch some funny stuff. I think calling that very misleading. That's accurate. That could basically work a self-loop for 100 years. Who's tested it for 100 years? Who's tested it for 100 years? Thinking is over. Hey, what up, freaking Yogi? Jesus Christ died for you. Loves you. Repent. Turn towards today. Thank you, Albert, brother. Chris spitting truths. Hey, shut up. What up, Dong Corleone? think you're cool, but you're not. You're not cool. I'm cool. I'm Dung Dung Corleone. I'm the coolest guy on the internet. Let's see how cool I am. Let's see how cool Dung Dung Corleone is. Look at this guy. 4/20/20. Dung Dung Corleone. There I am, the coolest guy on the internet. I'm cool. So am I. You're Kool-Aid. All right. Only nerds spell cool with a C. This is my second account. My other one's better. That's why I don't use it. My first account is PewDiePie. What bothers me is that every empire follows. The U.S. is no different. Right. Absolutely. Right. But we're helping it out. And then we're helping it out. Like, that's the problem. Like, if you invest in your own local community in the United States of America, if you got $1 million and America goes away, those dollars become toilet paper. I figured out how to solve all of my problems. I'm a nerd. Yeah, I'm gonna stop thinking and start drinking.
They say the more attempts you make, the more skillful you're gonna get, right?
It's gonna snap. Oh, it's gonna slide. Losing that grip string. I want to know what the next. I want to know if we want to know the next 100 years, we have to examine the last 1,000 with a fine-tooth comb. Right, and the problem is our education system is too profitized, and people change what is there, what sells. People don't understand what the difference between art and. People do not understand that when you go to a college that teaches you things that don't have to be true, they can just be theoretical or hypotheses, and you can have full classes on that. You can have full classes to say, if I do a handstand forever, will I freaking be the coolest guy in the world? And if you can convince people to buy that course, then it doesn't matter. Everything can be make-believe. Everything can be opinion. And people think because they have a degree, it's fact. It's not. Forensic, I agree. Sunscreen on. What up, Rage Princess? This lady needs some sunscreen. And 80% of the government is invested in 12% in education. Not only 3% of colleges rely on amenities. Yeah, there's a big problem with that. Yeah. And the thing is, here's just us two people on the internet that know this, so they know it. We don't have an education system. We have an obedience system. I agree. Naturally, it's people with badges and pew-pews. Behind you. What up, Chain Chomp? Good. All right. Oh, no.
Well, someone got severe attachment issues there.
Oh, hush. I gave your project theory and thoughtful experimentation, and it seems your artificial gravity is possible in a way a magnet can break gravity to reach other magnets in air. I smell danger. What up, Dustin?
You can tell that this lady is sponsored by Johnson's Baby Powder.
Hush. Thought I heard you calling my name now. Hush. OnlyFans done by 10% of women 18 to 25. Why should they rely on a college? Well, so you know why now, right? Like, now that there's AI women, like apparently 14 to 40, we don't know, % of OnlyFans models are fake. And so there's going to be 1% of them that make millions of dollars, and then there's going to be 99% of them that make less than $1,000 a year, and then there's going to be of human people, and then the rest of the chunk is going to increasingly be taken over by AI. AI chatbots can already do it great. They can scan all the messaging that's been done on OnlyFans and other prawn sites. They know what men want to hear. They know the most messages that go back and forth, and it's just going to spit it back out as a prompt using prompting, and then the girls are just going to be generated. And then you can say, send me a video of this, and then the AI can generate the video and send it. Yeah, so they're screwed. Then you've got all these girls and guys that have got on OnlyFans that are going to have to get back into the real world. It's going to be rough. I'm in mood, you. Stay mad. I don't care. Rich, you're an AI guy. I am an AI girl. You're not special. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I don't care. I'm the rage princess. They have to deal with the backlash of the rest of their lives. Yeah, right. So this is the thing. If you ultimately want a family, and you want the best results possible for your family, why would you have kids with someone that that will definitely put your kids in the chance to be bullying because of what the mother of your children did in the past, in her past? Yeah, right. Don't care about us. Don't be rage. You're part of a nomination. Why say that? Me? Oh, there was a kid under there. She just flopped on the kid. It's a compliment. Uh-oh. Some fire's out. That's going to be a mess to clean up. I'm retired. You spelled retired. Should have covered that camera with your phone. Not me with your shirt, your phone. Oh, that's a pissed off cat ready for a nap. No way.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.
Like and subscribe, hit the like button. Mia is having a hard time dealing with it. Sasha Grey now lives abroad in solitude. Hope not. Right. Listen, they're going to have a very rough life. They're too popular for the wrong things. The sex work is real work scam was short-lived. It was done by a bunch of pimps that wanted to turn a bunch of women into hoes, and a bunch of them believed it, and a bunch of them got out documented. Think about what Epstein was doing. He was doing the same thing, but with popular people. He was making sure he got them in wackadoodle sexual situations so that he could control them. Now think about all of these girls, 18 to 24, that are now going to be 30 to 36. Right, and then they're going to be like, "Hey, you better do this or do that, or I'm going to ruin your life." And it's going to be it's the same old thing. And she's meh. What you need? Yeah. Yeah, right. It's so empowering, right? It's so great. It's empowering for the people that will now be able to control you. Because once baby fever kicks in, and then you're like, oh my God, I want kids, but I want my kids to do well, so I need to lie to everybody and take down everything so that I can lie to a guy to get him, convince him to marry me and get pregnant. And then the kids are going to be tortured for the rest of their lives. Digital Playground at least doesn't hire until you're 21. That's at least something. What up, Goob? All right, I'm going to go eat. I'll be back in about, let's say, half hour. What am I supposed to do with deal with bad security? What am I supposed to do to deal with that bad security? What bad security, Kevin? QQ. All right. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah. Let the stream ride. No. I got some work to do. No, I'm actually having, ribs sounds good, though. No, I'm actually having roast beef. A big old hunk of roast. Big old hunk of roast with frickin' potatoes and carrots and frickin' onions that, like, you can... it's so frickin' good. Will the chat be good? You want me to just let it run out so you guys can talk? I'll probably come in here and fart and forget that the stream's going or pick my nose or something. Where are we at? We're at no, it's all right. No, it's all right, bro. I'll be back. I appreciate you guys being here. I love you. I'll see you back in about a half hour. All right, bye bye.